What if I told you that Muslims love Jesus, that they believe in his miracles, his virgin birth, and even his return before the end of time? What if I told you that rejecting him is not an option in Islam? For many people, that sounds shocking, because the story most of us hear is that Islam and Christianity stand on opposite sides when it comes to Jesus. But when you open the Holy Quran, you find something deeper, something emotional, something that connects directly to life after death. In Islam, Jesus is known as Isa. He is not a minor figure. He is one of the greatest prophets ever sent. His mother, Mary, Maryam, is honored in a way that surprises many Christians. She is the only woman mentioned by name in the Quran. There is even an entire chapter named after her. The Quran describes the moment when the angels tell her she will have a pure son, even though no man has touched her. She is afraid. She is confused. But she trusts God. And then the miracle happens. Jesus is born without a father, by the command of God alone. The Quran tells us that Jesus spoke as a baby. Imagine that scene. A newborn child defending his mother, saying he is a servant of God, sent as a prophet. From the very beginning, his mission is clear. He calls people to worship one God. He heals the blind. He cures the sick. He brings the dead back to life, but always by God's permission. The Quran repeats this carefully. The power is not his own. It belongs to the Creator. Now here is where the difference becomes clear, but calm and respectful. Islam does not teach that Jesus is God. It does not say he is the Son of God. Instead, the Quran says God is one, absolute, not born, and does not give birth. That is the central belief in Islam. But rejecting the idea of divinity does not mean rejecting Jesus. In fact, loving him is part of faith, and this is where life after death enters the picture. The Quran tells us that Jesus was not killed or crucified in the way people thought. Instead, God raised him up. Think about that. A prophet lifted alive, saved from his enemies. This moment is not just history. It is connected to the future, because in Islamic belief, Jesus will return before the day of judgment, not as a new prophet, not with a new book, but as a sign, a major sign that the world is close to its end. Why does that matter? Because the Quran describes a day when every soul will stand before God. No church, no mosque, no priest, no pastor, no imam, just you and your deeds. The Quran paints this scene with powerful words. The sky will split, the earth will shake, graves will open, people will rise, confused and afraid, asking what is happening. On that day, even prophets will be questioned. And imagine this moment. The Quran describes that God will ask Jesus directly, "Did you tell people to worship you and your mother as gods besides me?" And Jesus will answer with humility. He will say he only told people to worship God alone. He will clear himself of claims he never made. That scene is intense. Not dramatic in a movie way, but serious, real, eternal. This is not about attacking anyone's belief. It is about understanding how Islam sees the story of Jesus as part of a much bigger picture. The picture of accountability. The Quran constantly brings us back to this truth. This life is temporary. Power is temporary. Popular opinion is temporary. But the afterlife is forever. Paradise is described as gardens beneath which rivers flow. Peace, no fear, no sadness, no death. Hell is described as regret, as people wishing they could go back and live differently. And the message Jesus preached in the Quran connects directly to that final destination: worship God alone. Live with righteousness. Prepare for the day you return to Him. On this channel, Life After Death Stories, we talk a lot about that final meeting. And the story of Jesus in Islam fits right into it. It reminds us that faith is not just identity. It is obedience. It is humility. It is standing before God with a clean heart. So when someone asks, what does Islam really say about Jesus? The answer is not short. It is not angry. It is not defensive. It is love, respect, and clarity. He is the Messiah, born of a miracle, a sign for humanity, a prophet who called people back to their Creator, and a witness on the day when no lie can survive. Maybe the real question is not who wins the debate. Maybe the real question is this: if Jesus returns, and if Judgment Day is real, are we ready to stand there? Are we ready to answer for how we lived, for how we treated others, for whether we truly sought the truth? Take a moment and think about that. And if this reflection made you see Jesus in a new light, or made you think deeper about the afterlife, then share your thoughts in the comments. I would really love to hear what you believe and what moved you. Don't forget to like the video so more people can explore this conversation calmly and respectfully. And share it with someone who has always wondered what Islam truly says about Jesus. Because sometimes understanding begins with one honest question.